Okay guys, we're here at the finale against S-Tark himself. Unfortunately, this one is going to be either very long or have to use the speed up key. I think I'm going to use the speed up key instead. So, just because we have to entirely rely on Mason. And, well, here's why. Let's go over our attributes here. I did some leveling up and got Mason up to level 47, so he has at least 500 HP. I wasn't really trying to level him up, more so I was trying to level up Booboo, but unfortunately Booboo still just can't survive well enough, but we'll go over him in a bit. As you can see though, Mason's got almost max strength now. No agility only because of the Hell's armor, but it really wouldn't be very high, trust me. His resilience is not far from being maxed out. It's not as close as strength, obviously. Strength 2 strength away, seriously. But yeah, his defenses are really up there. His wisdom doesn't matter, and his luck is pretty nice only because of the crude image I put on him. But yeah, he can take on this S-Tark by himself, and you're going to see why. Or you're going to see how, I should say. Alright, now here's Hulagan, the Hulagan Alola. This is her HP. She's maxed out. Her last 5 levels were empty levels, so she got no other stat boosts other than the seeds I gave her a while back. I was going to try to give her some life seeds that I may have run into, but unfortunately, it doesn't seem worth it. I'd probably only find one. I think I'm missing one that I'm aware of anyway, so that you get in the story naturally, I mean. So yeah, she doesn't have the HP to survive, but she does have the speed to do something, which is why she's going to be in the beginning here. Alright, but anyway, yeah. Bomburr... Nah, his uses are done now. He can't survive one cold breath, let alone 2 breaths in a row. S-Tark just tramples Bomburr. He just can't, unfortunately. He's just here to be a possible extra life using using any items that we have, or extra bit of healing too. But he's just here, unfortunately. And now here's Booboo. Booboo can survive a turn sometimes. If he gets double breathed with ice, he's screwed though, because he has 0 resistance to it. Yeah, it's like 150 and like up to 140 or 50s, which can sometimes barely, depending if it's like 156 or something, knock him out. Plus, also, he doesn't have enough defense. Look at his strength is decent. Agility's up because of the meteorite bracer. The resilience is 84, which is normally kind of fair, but considering the gear that he's wearing, it's not enough. So, yeah, wisdom doesn't matter. Luck is whatever too. So yeah. Unfortunately, he can't take a physical attack very well, so he's also relegated to the background. But we do have one really good special use that I could use him as, and that is Kerplunk. He's essentially a last-ditch effort to give Mason an extra life, just in case. So he could also basically revive everybody here again, too, if needed, but only Alola has a moderate chance of surviving a turn herself, so. Now let's go over the items. Everybody else I'm going to go through quickly, but this is Mason's final stuff. Nothing's changed since last video. Metal King Helm, Helma's armor, Metal King sword, and the Ogre shield here. I give him the crude image just in case that helps with crits. I don't know. I gave him the one rebirth stone we have left since I had to use the other one. To Mason, because Mason's going to be doing this all. But he's also got some Yig leaves, just in case I feel I need to revive Booboo or something. But that's the only time that he'll be needing it. Now, as for Alola, she's got the Staff of Salvation, and I gave her the War Drum, but the War Drum's mostly not going to be needed here, honestly. We can't rely on it constantly enough. So, because we don't have any healers or whatever. We also have one Magic Water, I'll explain why in a moment, and the Yig leaves. The Magic Water's on everybody just in case Booboo kerplunks after all. It's a way so we could revive Booboo and then also give him MP for another kerplunk possibly, because it just uses all your MP, but it doesn't mean you need all of your MP, so. Anyway, not Mason, excuse me. Bomburr has the Dragon Step, but he's not going to use it. It's his one time he might be able to do something if I feel like putting him on the offense, but no, we're not doing that really. A Staff of Salvation, Yig Leaves, and Magic Water, for the reasons I mentioned before. And yeah, Booboo's got the Sage Stone, and the Yigs do, because he's the most likely one to survive a turn. And also a Prayer Ring, yet again, just for in case he kerplunks, and Yig Leaves out the ass. So, now that that's all set, we're going to go ahead and get started. Again, this is going to be fast-forwarded, because this is going to take a while. Yep, we're going to kill you, Estark. Let us fight! Sorry, I hit the fast-forward a little early. But it's bonus boss time against Estark! So, for this, we're going to have Mason just attack, and then Alola is going to attempt to War Drum. Well, that was worth it. Alright, Mason just took one hit. He's now going to meditate. You're going to try to War Drum again. And there goes Alola. Yeah, double ice. But alright, now we're just going to switch to just Mason. So this is the fight. It's he attacks, and he meditates. He attacks, and then he meditates. It's the safest option I have. Now, I probably could survive any time I have at... Oops. That I have at least 400 HP. But I'd rather just play it safe, and I tested it twice. You really can just almost always survive like this. It's extremely rare that he's able to get to kill you. I think he'd have to have 2 very high rolls of RNG. I'm going to do one slow round here. Let's see. That's 86. That's 120. Oh, and there's my mistake, which is where these guys come in. You're not going to be of any help, so we're going to do this and this. Also, fun fact, I'm going to do this too. Alright, we're going to attempt to just Sage Stone, but he's going to meditate. You're going to Sage Stone to try to give him a surviving chance, but he's probably going to go down. 2... Yeah, unfortunately, no. Alright, I wasn't sure if I was going to kerplunk or not, but I forgot about the meditate. But yeah, that's what they're here for. They're just here for the, oh shit, we fucked up moments. So, yeah, he's doing 126-ish. Oh, stop that. Which means he can do up to 240 a round, at least. 110? Yeah. So... Oh, 136, so figure, what is that, 260? Oh yeah, he could actually... Would you stop that? He could actually just... If he gets 2 of those, yeah, he could kill us. But yeah, this is why I said this might be a little on the boring side, because it's just attack, meditate, attack, meditate. But he will almost always survive as long as they don't screw it up. There you go. Yeah, I was about to do it again. Alright. Sometimes you can get lucky, though, with getting an extra turn in there, but it's just not worth the risk. I think double kaboom is when you can do that. Oh, you missed, damn. Unfortunately, Mason can't use a Ice Blade like Slime Knight, which is what gives Slime Knight an edge in this fight. Yeah, Mason's not expending any MP to do this. But honestly, the Slime Knight has... Oops, stop that. I'm trying to go into auto mode because it's very repetitive here. But unfortunately, yeah, Slime Knight has plenty of MP to use full heal. So, well, damn it. Yeah, sorry guys. Ah, I missed. But yeah, Slime Knight definitely has an edge in this, but where Mason has an edge is that he doesn't really have to grind as high as the Slime Knight. Well, not to mention his max level is lower, though, too. But yeah, Mason levels up fast, and he also has a little extra extra resistance to death and paralyze. So Mason actually has a chance to actually solo this whole game, like fighting Lanja. Ooh, nice crit. So, like, honestly, between the two of them, Mason is the safe and reliable one. But I feel like Slime Knight has a lot more options compared to Mason, so he can actually do some fun things. And get through this fight a lot faster. Because he didn't need the... He doesn't need really any extra items. Too many extra items, I mean, anyway. Neither of them do. But yeah, this is the fight, and I think my record was 120 turns. Oh! Oh, he actually got us that time. I'm not sure if that was a mistake on my part or not, but alright. Second chance. Booboo's fast enough, that's why I'm doing it this way. Oh, actually... Yeah, we're better off doing it this way. Because we'll have one extra chance then if I do it this way. Actually, 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and Kerplunk. We want to get Alola alive. Fat a lot of good that did. Oh, no! It worked. Okay. And now you're going to meditate, and you're going to revive Booboo. There you go. Because, Booboo has now another chance to... Oop, damn it. Another chance to revive now, if needed. I mean, yeah, what's-her-name could have done it too, but... I don't know if he did a damage threshold or wasn't paying attention back there, though. Because I was just talking about the differences between Slime Knight and Mason. I think after this run, though, I'm going to go back to more traditional parties. Because this one was a little bit rough compared to the last fight where we had one person that is mostly carrying the team. Especially because we had to make everyone work together at one point or the other. Especially the beginning of this, where, yeah, with Alola and Bomburr taking on the second generation, excuse me. Okay, meditate. Ooh, nice, a crit. But yeah, this was rough. I'm ready to go back to the more traditional stuff where we have one person that can tank, one person that can heal, one person that's fast, and of course making sure someone has a paralyzed immunity too. And then possibly a mage, because I always like to include a mage in my fight in these. All right, we should almost be there. Yeah, okay, Kaboom doesn't do much. Okay, I was just looking at the damage here. But yeah, even with the double Kaboom, I would still not risk it. Because you really need all of your HP, as you can see. The lowest that I've seen him gone and survive is like, what, 200? Or 30? Like, it starts at 33 and then he meditates or something? If he was faster, he probably could do without... I don't know, he could probably be a little more risky, but unfortunately, we got to keep him slow so that he can actually resist the breath attacks better. It might not be that important, though, to... Oh, there we go. It might not be that important to actually have the resistance at this point for fire and ice, since he does have some natural resistance to it, and it probably could lower down enough, lower than the physical attacks or something already. Well, whatever the case, Mason soloed as Stark mostly. He did all the damage, at least. And everyone else basically was the second chance button. It's not a bad fight. I mean, not a bad party, though. Like I mentioned, though, I think I am going to go for a more balanced party from going forward, because these solo-ish parties are kind of tough, as mentioned. Though, I don't know. I might do one more. I did have one idea, but I didn't know who to pair them with. I don't even know what my next party is going to be yet either, so... Well, we'll see. My goal was to go through every single partner Pokemon. Jeez, yeah, they're basically Pokemon. Every single recruit and see who works, and how they work together. But in any case, that's it for Monster Party. Geez, 7, 8, one of them. That's it for this Monster Party, though. I will see you in either the next Monster Party or maybe a Dragon Quest IV run. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, we'll both be surprised, I guess. See you there. Hey guys, so I didn't record it right after I normally ended the video, so this is just a little bit of additional thoughts on the party. I normally wrap up like with the final video how I felt about this party, and I already gave a little bit of a summary, but I didn't really go over everybody and their uses and whatnot, or rate them in any way. So that's what this part of the video is for. Anyway, so obviously Mason was the king of this party, but everyone had a use though, and that's the important part. I mean, when we had to play as Alola and Bomburr here, they were tough, but it was very interesting to find strategies. I mentioned it before, but Bomburr here, he definitely is not really supposed to be a main party member, like, you know, if you're only going to have 4, you bring him. No, he is definitely wagon fodder that you can bring in when you can't clear the team very well. Paired with, say, the hero here, his spell Zing. You could have Bomburr here just kamikaze, then Zing. Then kamikaze, Zing him again, give him a magic water or a prayer ring, and you can just have him kamikaze the wild battles perfectly. But in a boss fight, he's not very useful, unfortunately. It's a shame more bosses are so poison immune, because the Cobra Claw could make Bomburr pretty interesting that way. So, honestly though, Bomburr is definitely like your 5th party member that you might consider in a playthrough if you really want to like clear wilds faster. Besides, he maxes out fast and he doesn't have much MP. Having kamikaze and body slam very much fit him. Body slam is basically useless because it's resisted the same way kamikaze is, so you're better off using kamikaze over body slam, because if body slam fails, you die anyway. But kamikaze hits all instead of just one person. So yeah, I think that's what they were going for with him, which is why he's not very good later, except for still good in the wild battles. He actually did help some of my wild battles when I was like, okay, I can't fight this fast enough without people dying. Let's just sacrifice him and revive him with a leaf. So Hulagan is very good too, just so you guys know. Like, she just can't survive at the end. I think if you were bringing her along and you really wanted to use her, save all your life seeds just for her. She could probably be usable until this Estark fight. I just don't think, even with all the life seeds, even with all maxed out, getting +6 each time, I think it's like 15 or something that you could find, it's still just not enough HP for her to survive. If they had a little bit more breath resistance or magic resistance, some sort of good resistance that wasn't just statuses, she could actually go all the way. So she's definitely not a long-term party member, but she does have some uses, not too far from Adam's the Bad Apple, except at least he had a little bit more HP. But now Booboo here, Booboo is useful. I think he's along the same lines as the first monster party of Slime, Brownie, and what is it? Jailcat. And those 3 type of ones. He's a good mage, and even has a really cool power in Kerplunk. That's very nice to have, like a small ace in the hole. Like, crap, where everyone died, you're here and you're fast. Quick, Kerplunk and get 3 people up. It's a really cool, interesting thing. I just don't think he got to excel as much because of the party makeup. He would probably would have been better as a what do you call it? An extra party member, your mage, like just like being in the back end, helping with items here and there too. So, in fact, Alola is actually very useful for wild battles, just like Bomburr is, because of her Burning Breath and Sweet Breath and Sultry Dance. We all saw how Burning Breath affects most of the monster recruits, even when they have just a little resistance in Death and Paralyze. So, yeah, Burning Breath actually works on mimics sometimes. Like, a good amount of the time, when I use it on them, they get paralyzed, so that I don't have to worry about getting whacked. It's very nice. And also, all the statuses between her and Booboo, because Booboo has Confusion, can help with sleep, can also stun, just like her, with her Paralyze, Sleep, and Stun as well. So, between the two of them, they were very good for wild battles for crowd control. A very good variety. And then, oh yeah, and of course, we already talked about it, but yeah, Mason is amazing, but I would say Slime Knight is slightly better in terms of, like, fighting bosses, but Mason has the better chance to be solo. Like, to actually solo the whole game without any help against Laja. Now, Mason still could get paralyzed from him, but he's also got a very good amount of resistance. It's like 2 out of 3, so what is that? Like 67% or something like that? So, yeah. But, alright, that's all my final thoughts. Now, the video's done. See ya.